let's make a St. John's wort oil infusion. Of course, we need our St. John's wort flowers. This is Hypericum perforatum, which we are going to be using to make our oil today. There's one thing to make note of with this harvest of St. John's wort. It's a little bit past its prime. And we can see that by these brown parts, showing us that it's already started to go to seed. Ideally, we probably would have harvested about 2 weeks prior. But that's okay. We're still going to be just fine with this plant. I'm going to cut off the roots though, because they're a little bit woody for this oil infusion. Next, because there were so many of the seeds and I actually could use them, I'm just going to start to pick those off so that those don't end up in our oil. It took a little bit. So, with all of those out of the way, I'm actually going to take out a bag so I don't have to throw these seeds away, and I can actually use them in the future to plant some St. John's wort flowers of my own. Next, I'm going to cut the plant material down into smaller pieces, increasing the surface area and the rate of extraction of our oil infusion. Next, we just need a jar, and today we're going to be using grapeseed oil for our infusion of St. John's wort. I really like it for topical uses. So I'm going to start by just grabbing the plant material and putting it into the jar. Getting every last bit. Now, all that we need to do is take out our oil and pour it over the plant material until all of it is submerged. We do this to make sure that we have enough for the extraction and so that none of it is exposed to oxygen. Here's a close-up showing you what the plant material looks like in the jar with the oil. At the beginning of the extraction process, I'm actually not going to be covering it with a normal jar, but instead I'm going to use cheesecloth. This is to ensure that any water that might be trapped in the plant material has an opportunity to escape. So, I'm just going to sit here and simply struggle to put this on correctly. That wasn't the right way. Let's try this. Nope, that's not working either. And finally got it. If we didn't do this and we let the water build up inside the jar, it could possibly compromise the shelf life of our oil, which we don't want. As you can see by my gestures, we need to take it off camera. And all that we need to do is to just find a nice, beautiful sunny spot, such as this one, place your St. John's wort, and the sun and the heat will do the rest of the work. Just like that. Turns red, it's beautiful, and you are all done. Just kidding. That actually was not enough. So, I had to take it to my car in order to get it hot enough to complete the extraction and really get out the red dye color that we're going for. Just how hot does it get? Well, take a look at this thermometer, which is showing 113 degrees, and this wasn't even one of the hotter days here in the southeast. Now, my favorite part of the process. Straining out the oil. We just need these 3 simple tools. But first, I really want to show you what the plant material looks like now. Let's compare it with where we started. Look at how different that looks. We can really see visually how much we got to extract with the oil, and I think that's really, really cool. There's really nothing fancy to this whole process. I'm just taking a fine mesh strainer, taking oil and pouring it over so that the oil goes through and the plant material is left behind. And look at that. Look at how amazing this oil looks. Let's compare it to where we started. Just a clear grapeseed oil, which turns into this beautiful, red, vibrant oil from the St. John's wort. This is one of the most amazing oil extractions that you can make, in my opinion. Okay guys, so that is our video on how to make St. John's wort oil. But don't go just yet, because I'm going to show you a quick trick that you can use if you don't want to go through all of that trouble of infusing in order to make the oil. So, to start off, we're just going to take some of our unprocessed grapeseed oil. We're going to hold it just right about there. And with a little bit of herbal magic, got it. There you go. So, that's my trick for making a really, really fast St. John's wort infusion, but you're going to have to subscribe to learn about that one. Until next time, you guys, be feral and keep foraging. One more really quick thing before you go. I'm very excited to announce that I'm going to be starting a podcast with my partner called Urban Myths and Medicine. And episode 1 is about St. John's wort, which of course we just covered in this video. So if you are interested in finding out about when that starts and what the podcast is about, be sure to check the link in the description below where you can find more information on how to get signed up to be notified when episode 1 drops. Thanks so much. See you next time.